I wanted to show you guys my Fortnite collection of toys, figures, and plushies. I'm also going to open the motorboat back there. I just recently got that. But I've been playing Fortnite since December 7th, 2023, which was when the LEGO experience came out, and that was what finally got me to play the game. Then I started gaming with some friends from school, and they got me to play Battle Royale, which I never thought I would play a shooter game, but I love it so much. And I really like Fortnite. I don't think I would have ever like seen myself saying that, but here I am. Anyways, and yeah, so obviously I couldn't help myself from wanting to get figures and merchandise from Fortnite. I've even made my own figure over here of one of the skins I own. So let's just get right into it. So I'm going to start out with this small group of items. I have a Boogie Bomb pillow and a Boogie Bomb plush and a little llama piñata plush. The thing is, most Fortnite merchandise came out in like around the peak of Fortnite, so like 2018-ish. So most of these items are like pretty old, or I had to get them secondhand. This Boogie Bomb specifically I got recently at Five Below. So it's like always a really fun surprise to find Fortnite things in stores right now. This llama Funko Pop, I won this as a prize, so I did not willingly buy a Funko Pop. I do not like Funko Pops, but I don't think the llama looks bad. I painted pupils in the eyes because I can't stand like the very dead eyes on Funko Pops. And then I made this figure, and he has a little removable hat. And I mean, I'll show you the back right now, but I think he's pretty detailed. He's got little removable sunglasses. This is real sand. This is resin for the water. This figure is also removable from the base. And this is Safety Shark Steve, one of the skins that I own in the game. He's doing his signature pose, I guess. It's the one where if you just kind of Google him, this is probably the pose he's doing. He's got all these like scratch marks on him because he's a shark. He's been through a lot. He's got shark repellent on his arms. He has a little like first aid kit right here on his belt. His back bling is also removable. A little megaphone because he's a lifeguard. And yeah, I'm really proud of this one. I've tried making other ones, but I'm still gonna try, but this is essentially the only one I have done. And then I did also make a pickaxe from the cat skin, one of the Fortnite crew skins, and she is my favorite skin in the whole game, and so this is her pickaxe. I did try making her into a figure as well. I wouldn't say I've given up, but she's very difficult. And then I really like a bunch of the gift cards. They always have really cool graphics on them, and so this is one of them, a Peely gift card. These are Fortnite playsets items, so figures and accessories. Starting off with this really big battle bus. This is for the 2-inch figures, which I don't have any. I got all of these items secondhand, so a lot of them are missing small parts. This bus is super cool because it has this really big blown up balloon up here. I did actually have a smaller battle bus with a plastic balloon, but decided to replace that one with this one. I think it's a lot more detailed and there's a lot more going on. It's also like a much nicer size. I think this part goes down so that you can put all the figures in there. And then I have 2 ammo boxes and 2 chests and a lot of loose weapons, 2 pickaxes, and these go to the 4-inch figures. I only have Cuddle Team Leader. She's missing her original back bling, so I replaced that with a little pink bow. And then I have one of the 6-inch figures, which I actually think a lot of these are really nice. He has really good articulation, very nicely detailed as well. I am not really into a lot of the earlier skins just because I wasn't playing the game then, and so I'm not really like attached to them. So I only have this guy because I think he looks pretty cool, but that is why I don't own more of the action figures. And it's just that they were making a lot of Fortnite action figures and merchandise during the earlier seasons, so a lot of the skins that I like will probably never get action figures. I have one glider. I don't think they ever made too many, but this I believe is Bright Bomber's glider, and it has this really cool stand. Also says Fortnite at the bottom, and I think this is for the 4-inch figures, and I believe they can grab onto the glider and you can pose them that way. Then back here is the reboot van, and it came with a little reboot card, which I'm missing because like I said, I got them secondhand, but it does have like a little rebooted player up here, which I believe is Jonesy. And then I've got these two little back blings. One is a pet, which I do have the little book bag to carry the pet in, and then just a normal book bag right here. Before I open the motorboat, I wanted to show you guys this little insert paper that was with a lot of the figure sets, and you can see the skins they had available as action figures and the rarity of a bunch of the weapons. A list of pickaxes available and back blings. So I don't know why I didn't think the boat would be as big as the box. But first off, here is the water stand for the boat. So this is gonna hold the boat. And it also looks really cool. I like the translucent blue. Whoa! So they used paper to wrap it. This is probably around the time that a lot of toy manufacturers were cutting down on plastic. So some nice paper. Whoa, wait! It's actually really nicely painted. Why does that actually look really good? What? Oh man, it looks awesome. It looks so great. Oh, this is so cool. I'm really impressed with the motorboat. It has such great detail, sculpted and painted. So as you can see down here, the wood grain is etched into there. There's a lot of really nice metallic details. The sculpting is amazing, but also the paint job complements it really well. There's a lot of like painted dirt or rust, weathering effects on here. Nice use of like different plastic colors. The control panels over here are also nicely painted, detailed. Here are the gauges, and the steering wheel does spin along with the chair. You did have to insert 3 pieces, which was this chair, and you just slide it right in there. This little removable missile, and this white part down here at the bottom of the boat, which also helps support it into the stand. A lot of moving pieces, like this small part back here. Look how detailed this back part is. And then also, these come up on the side like that. Really, really cool. And I brought these 2 figures over. I think it's going to better support the 6-inch figures. So I'm going to try to get this guy seated right here. Here's how the 6-inch figure looks in the front, and the 4-inch figure tried to do some sort of forced perspective so they look like they both belong, but it definitely is meant for the 6-inch figures. But the 4-inch figure doesn't look too bad, especially because the peg supports both of these. And yeah, super duper cool. So these are the 3 sets I have out of the handful that have been released so far. The other sets are just referencing things that were like going on before I played Fortnite, so I don't have any sort of attachment to them. I have the battle bus, which I think is the coolest one so far. It is really nice, comes with 10 figures. I'll also open it up so you can see the rest of the minifigures that are in there, but some of the highlights are like Cuddle Team Later, Meowscles. It came with Adventure Peely and Jonesy. It's a really nice set and it was a really fun build. And as you can see in here, I've got the rest of the figures and then a bunch of accessories that came with that set. Bright Bomber is driving over here. And then along with that release, I also got the Supply Llama, which I haven't built yet. But I know this one's going to be really cool, especially because you can fit these accessories inside of the llama. And then down here, this is one of the newer sets. This is Peely and Sparkplug's campsite, I believe. So here's Peely in his like default fit, and then this is Sparkplug, one of the characters from the Lego experience, I believe. And I thought it was super cool that, well, they're not only making sort of like items and builds that are specific to Fortnite, but now parts that are specific to the Lego experience. And I mean, I would believe it if you told me this is exactly how the wolf is built in the game, and so I think that's super cool. And then maybe the coolest thing I own is this employee lanyard and badge from the release of the Lego sets. So I did buy this from previous employee. Really, really nice. And so yeah, that was all the things I have from Fortnite so far. I think it'd be cool to get more action figures. There's definitely a few that I'm looking for. I would really like to have a Peely or Meowscles action figure. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.